What up, world? My name is Kashaya with L's to Elevation, and I just came to talk about a lot of the things that I sat and took notice of yesterday. Yesterday was my birthday. I had a very, very good, restful day, which was everything that I really, really needed. It's been so much going on in my life, and rest is something that I feel like I've been getting, but not getting to the full extent that I feel like my body needs sometimes. But yesterday, I just kind of sat back and just reflected. I'm constantly reflecting on things, constantly seeing, okay, how can I improve where I'm at now? And one of the things I sat and reflected on heavily yesterday was just all of the things I have realized that God has brought me through, all of the things that I've realized that God has carried me through, he's pushed me through. And then today, as I'm sitting in nail school lately has been one of the things that I'm enjoying, but it's also been one of the vehicles that God continues to use to challenge me, right? And at times it's difficult because a clapback would be easy. It would be too easy. And every blue moon, I let them slide right on out. I'm not gonna lie. Every blue moon. But it's only kind of like when that. So like today, uh I'll give a live fresh example. uh Last week I was talking about how I wasn't gonna take no pictures at this nail school. I've sat in this nail school and everybody has had something to say concerning me, mostly younger girls, still not mature, still needing group approval to feel like they're doing something, and that's okay. I mean, that's most people, right? Most people respect the views of their peers. Me, I'm eyeball to the core. I don't care about none of that. Like, of course, I care to be appreciated by those that I know appreciate me genuinely, but like when we die and we have to go and talk to God, and He is going to sit back and analyze and judge what we did here on this earth. He's not gonna ask us about our friend. He's not gonna ask us about our sister. He's not gonna ask us about our mothers. He not gonna. Well, he might if it comes to honoring your mother and father. But I mean, there's just certain things God not gonna ask you when it comes to somebody else's work. You know what I mean? So somebody else's opinion of you shouldn't really matter. But let me carry on my story. Um, Last week I was upset because again I come to my nail school, and every week, because they have access ill gain and because the teacher allows it, even though he swore looking me in my eyes was doing something that he wouldn't lie, and that's not his character. But I'm not blind to anything, so I said I'm not taking a picture when I finish with this school because I'm not. I have not appreciated how things have been allowed in regards to different things that have taken place when it concerns me at this school. My teacher is graceful. He does give grace in different ways, so I cannot discount him from that. I would not discount him from that. Um, but it's just the type of person that seems to, he will help you, but then talk about the help that he gives you or try to minimize you if he feels however he feels. And I don't think that's mature or professional, but that's not what we're talking about. So this week I come in after last week talking about how I didn't desire to take a picture. So this week I come in, all the girls in here like, oh, I don't think I would take a picture. I don't want to take a picture. And then 20 minutes later, 4 or 5 of them chimed in on. I'm just sitting there with my headphones in, listening, but laughing, just chilling, smiling. I ain't say nothing. And so 20 minutes later, like, oh yeah, I want to take a picture. Let's take a picture. You sure you don't want to take a picture? Just childish, petty stuff. I mean, I guess I'm an indirect leader in here. If I say something, that's the next thing that they talking about, which is interesting. But such is life. And she goes around, she asks everybody if they want to take a picture. Again, I said I wasn't taking pictures. She gets to me and she said, Kashaya, you want to take a picture? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Man, what did you expect me to say? You just heard me say last week I wasn't taking pictures, which is why this week you're asking me, or pretending like you weren't going to take pictures. And then you decided to change your mind because we all know that wasn't your original thought. It was my thought. You were just trying to be funny. And then for you to open your mouth and ask me, was I going to take a picture? Baby, no. Absolutely not. So, like, little things like that, I ain't even gonna say they slipped, because it was direct, right? It wasn't indirect. It wasn't no joke. It wasn't petty. It was direct. But my nail school challenges me a lot, and I had to really change how I was viewing it, right? Because it's not that this place challenges me, should be something that agitates me. I should be able to look at this situation as, wow, God trusts me enough to deal with this situation. Literally just had that thought come into my car to have lunch. God trusts me enough to deal with this type of situation. One of the things blew my mind today. First thing that blew my mind today. But on yesterday, when I was sitting and just reflecting on the goodness that God had brought me for my the last year I just finished in my life, right? Again, yesterday was my birthday. Even on my birthday, God still showed me in a different way that he's constantly covering me. Like, even in the midst of the different things that I have to deal with every day, God is still like, hey baby, I'm right here. Simmer down. Like, it's hard, it's tough, but I'm right here. Like, you good, you okay? I see you. I'm still here in the present. Like, I'm here in the present, in the background, all around you. I'm covering you. I really sat and thought about my life. Like, wow, God literally chose to use the same people who were doing everything in their ability to try to break me, to destroy me, to just... They probably thought I was gonna be mentally weak enough to take my life, but I'm sorry, I love me. I love me. I don't care who don't love me. I love me, and I know God loves me, so I'm solid on that one. I'm not gonna take my life. However, I can only imagine that that's what these people thought would happen to me, right? That I would be just so distraught that I would be stuck in a pit. And that just showed me that they knew nothing concerning me. They didn't know me at all. At all. They didn't know me at all. And that's what I have to try to keep in the forefront sometime with dealing with these different situations. These people don't know me. They just know what they see. They just know that they feel a certain way, and how they feel might not be comfortable to them. So they utilize all of this energy in attempts to make me feel uncomfortable, not realizing that the only thing that they're really showing me is that, one, I make them feel some type of way, and two, clearly what God is doing in my life has the ability to shift things. Because why would it be that I could talk about something last week, but this week, because you see I'm present, you want to carry that on? Every little minute thing that I do, these people recycle it. And it's different online. I mean, I experience it online too, but it's whatever. But to experience it in person, and God is like, daughter, child, I trust you to handle this correctly. To realize that God trusted me with so much weight really blew my mind yesterday. Blew my mind. And if I'm honest, none of this has even been, I've had to carry it. I'm well aware that I have not carried it by myself, because I know my Father has been helping me with it. I'm well aware I have not done any of these things on my own. But for God to trust me when at times I fail to even trust myself with dealing with some of this foolishness that I have to deal with every day, being the bigger person every day, speaking up and then being called rude or mean. No, I'm sick of mess. But still having it in me to smile, that's nothing but God. Nothing but God. But he continues to cover me. He continues to provide for me. He continues to hear the things that I pray and ask for. I got tickled the other day because last time I was in nail school, last week I was in nail school, it wasn't good. I had a outdoor explosion leaving here. And today I'm fully confident that that same thing won't happen, because the truth of the matter is these people are bothered by my presence. I'm not necessarily bothered by theirs. I'm just annoyed with their mouths, but that's something small, right? People gonna talk. That's nothing we can control. But I'm gonna finish my nail class, and I pray that nothing turns out outside of my own doing with my testing and different things, because I've heard stories or stories have been shared with me concerning other people who had issues with the teacher that, just randomly happened. So I pray that that's not my case. But nonetheless, I know outside of that, it's work that I have to do, right? I have to show up for class. I have to show up for life. I have to show up period. I have to show up. So it's the works that I have to do that God is going to judge. God heard my prayer. I asked God to do a thing concerning something in my life, and I had to kind of sit back and laugh when I reflected on what I prayed about, or when God brought it back to my remembrance. Like, okay, this is what you asked me, and this is what's happening. Now stand in it. I just had to get tickled. I got really tickled, but I also got really appreciative, just knowing that God hears me. God is walking with me. He is talking to me, and he loves me. He has covered me during this entire process, and I'm just so grateful that I get to live another year on this earth. Just growing into the woman of God that God has created me to be. And the fact that God trusts me with so much, as hard and heavy as it is sometimes, it just blows my mind. God is continually blowing my mind. And so I'm forever grateful. I'm blessed to see another year. Blessed that I'm still here. Blessed that I'm still pushing through despite all of the things that are taking place in my life, despite everything. I'm still pushing, and I'm excited about that. I'm so excited about that. Like, I'm overjoyed for that. I am. Whew, I feel good, and I hope that you all are finding some time to get some rest in your lives if things are heavy. Remember, we lift heaviness with praise. Yesterday, on realizing just all of the things that God did, I just blasted just my gospel music in my apartment, just singing, dancing, trying to organize different things and, you know, pack up, get ready for different stuff. And I'm just grateful. And I hope today and every day that y'all are forever reminded to be grateful for even the little things, to continue to speak and talk to your Father, and to reflect on what you asking for, right? Because sometimes we'll pray for a thing and God will move. We not seeing that it's God moving. We thinking it's just a life, and we not realizing that, okay, God, I just prayed this. And you see things transpiring. It's like, but in the background of it, it's God moving. It's God doing what you requested of him. He says, ask, and you shall receive. Knock, and the door will be open to you. Got to be careful sometimes what you ask for, because God will give it to you. And you can't be mad, and you got to stand in it and trust that if he gave it to you, it's because he trusts you to get through it. And even if you don't trust yourself to get through it at times, because I've had those moments, I struggle with them now, because I forever have never respected bullying or group anything. I think it's the weakest thing people can do, unless it's standing up for the rights of certain things. Like, that's a little bit different. That's not necessarily bullying. That's coming together for a good cause. But when people come together for negativity, it's just like, you had to do that in numbers. You had to do that in groups. You had to go find other miserable people to attempt to make somebody else miserable. Do you not have that much joy in your life? Are you lacking that much joy? Heal. A lot of people need to heal. A lot of people need to find some things to praise about. We should be praising more than trying to tear each other down. And that's not the world we live in, because, I mean, God said these times are going to be worse. So I'm not supposed to expect things to be easy. And I hope you don't expect things to be easy. But I hope what you do request to be easy is how you sail through the tests and trials, right? I hope you pray that, God, yes, test me, try me, Lord, expand me, do this, do that, and watch God answer you if that's what his will is for your life. And again, God will do his will for your life. So make sure you praying, but you praying that it's within God's will, and just see what he does. So if you were blessed to see another year on yesterday, happy birthday to you, to us. I hope it was amazing. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you were loved on. I hope the people that loved you showed up for you, even if it was a simple happy birthday. And I hope you had rest, if that's what you needed also. So I just came to just show even more out loud, outspoken appreciation for who my Father has been in my life. And I pray that you can find some appreciation to love and honor your Father, and to make sure that you're showing up in likeness of him, right? God tells us we're supposed to be the salt of the earth. Showing up like Christ is not easy. It's not light. It's not it's not without trials and tests, and they can be heavy. But trust that if your Father is the Father that created this world, created the trees, created the oxygen, created everything in this world, trust that he has enough capacity and enough strength to carry you through. So that's my tidbit today. I am grateful that God has carried me through another year, and I trust and believe that he will continue to carry me through all the years that he has intended for me to be on this earth. And I love y'all. I hope y'all are blessed. I hope y'all are full. And I hope y'all are prepared and ready for all of the things that are to come in this life and the next. Peace.